Here is the review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Starscream. And joining me in this review is my dad.
Hey, what's going on? That was the telephone in the background, but anyway, ignore that. So anyway, this is Starscream. And Colton, this is off of the third Michael Bay installment of Transformers the movie. Did you say Revenge of the... No.
No. Dark of the Moon.
Dark of the Moon. So I stand corrected. You see, I kind of get them all ran together. But anyway, he is supposed to be a F-22 Raptor.
Which he is. And he was an F-22 Raptor from the previous two Michael Bay movies, which is the 2007 movie and the second one, which is called Revenge of the Fallen. But the differences with the Dark of the Moon and the Revenge of the Fallen one versus the very first one is that in Revenge of the Fallen and the Dark of the Moon, in jet mode and also in robot mode, he has a lot of these, like, Cybertronian tattoos, if you can call them.
Yes, and he's got a lot of designs on him. I want to say it's camouflage, but it's not. It's hard to explain. I don't know exactly how to explain this, but he does have a nice Decepticon symbol right there, and a yellow transparent cockpit. And like I said, this is supposed to be a F-22 Raptor, which I do have to say, in the jet design, it looks pretty good.
But in the very first one, which is the one in 2007, he did not have all of these Cybertronian tattoos on him. But in Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon, he does, as you can tell here. And no, he didn't appear in Age of Extinction or The Last Night, because in Dark of the Moon,
he got what? What happened to him? He got killed? How did he get killed? I forgot. Who took him out?
Sam Wiki, where he shot that, like, thing in his eyes.
Okay. Sam Witwicky. Yeah, okay.
And he, like,
took out Starscream.
Took out Starscream.
He took out Starscream, okay.
But the jet mode, like you heard, is really nice.
It's nice. It's got some. It almost looks like it's camouflage insignia, but it's not. It's more or less like, I think that is more or less like a Cybertronian type of camouflage, if that makes sense. Because it's not per se camouflage. It's different design on it. So I do not know if y'all have an inkling of what type of design this is, leave it in the comments down below. We would like to hear from y'all. As far as I know, it kind of just looks Cybertronian camouflage instead of Earth camouflage, if that makes sense.
And here's the sides here. And the bottom here. And as you can see, it does have a lot of robot kibble underneath. And all around, it looks fairly nice. Now, because this is from the Dark of the Moon, he is supposed to come with 2 MacTech guns that you would attach onto these 2 holes on the bottom of the jet here from the wings here. But I don't have those with me. But you will attach them underneath these wings here. And like you saw, he does have some landing gears where you can flip them up. And the way you flip them up is, for the front landing gear, you would just flip it up to about there.
Into the nose cone?
Okay. To the nose cone. And flip up the back ones like this.
You just kind of flip them to the side.
So you can like display him with no landing gears. And also, these wheels here, for the back ones and the front one, don't roll.
No, they're just plastic molded in circles to look like wheels.
Which means he doesn't
roll. Yeah, he has no real wheels to roll. Now he could probably scoot, but he won't roll. Okay, it was a little attempt at humor there. I don't know how well it worked. But anyway, go ahead, Colton. Go ahead.
And I think that's about it. Looks like a really cool jet.
This, to me, that is a good looking mold. Right there. This is a good looking mold. I do not care too much for his robot, but as far as the jet mode, that's awesome. Okay, go ahead.
So, time to transform him. So to get him in robot mode, you would take the back fins here, fold them down. Then you're going to take these 2 things and flip them up, which will flip up the back part of the jet here. Come underneath here and pull out his legs here. And then you're going to take his legs and flip them out. And then you can now flip up the back part of the jet. Then you're going to take the wings here and slide them up
this just on a tab?
No, it's on a slider.
Right, but I mean, you had to pull it up in order for it to spin.
Right. And you could see right there.
Right.
And they are like a bit of a pain to do. But on the bottom of the wings, you want to take these things and flip them out. Then take what will become his arms and pull them out and bring them up on these things here and flip out his arms. And inside of his elbows, you want to flip out his hands and rotate his elbows. And you do want to take this waist piece here and flip it down. And this will allow you to take the nose cone of the jet and put it in here.
Okay,
And then you can close up the waist.
okay, so it pulls down. Pulls down and around and secures into the lower...
Like helps cover up the nose cone of the jet.
Yeah.
But before you do that, before you flip it down, you have to take this part here, untap it, and flip it up. And now you can bring it all the way down, and you can see his head right here. And this part does pop up. And now you can take this part and just push it down. And then close up his waist here to help cover up the nose cone of the jet. Now you're going to take his wings and bring them up. So they look like this. And the back part of the jet will tap into these two white tabs into those holes right there. And for his knees, you do want to get them in a
Chicken leg
position.
stance. Yeah, the good old chicken legs. How could you ever forget them?
And flip up his feet. Rotate his arms down. And you're done.
Yeah. Like I said, I like the F-22 Raptor better. I've never been a big fan of the way that these jets transform into robots. That's just my opinion, y'all. But as far as the jet modes are awesome looking, but where it suffers to me in these type of transformers is the robot mode itself. I think a 1980s Transformer, Seeker, be it Thundercracker, Skywarp, they just look a lot better in that model of robot transformation compared to, I hate to say it, but the Michael Bay. Like I said, the Michael Bay's got the flaws to me isn't so much with the vehicles, it is the robots themselves. I've never been a big fan of the chicken legs. And I don't know how y'all feel about it, but that's me. Now I understand what they were trying to go for, but I think some of the articulation and designs could have been a lot better. But maybe that's the only thing that they had at the time. I don't know.
Right, right. And also about the Thundercracker and Skywarp. They did not make an appearance in the
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Yes, I know. I'm talking about the 1980s. 80s, Transformer Seeker jets and stuff like that. The jets look good. The robots look good. As far as the Michael Bay, like him, but I liked his personality. Don't get me wrong, his personality is spot on,
Right.
and his jet mode. As far as the robot mode that I just it just anyway. I'm gonna leave it there. Go ahead.
I personally, even though I'm not really a fan of the Michael Bay Transformer films, I actually think that the robot mode of Starscream here that does look great, but I also don't understand why they had to make some of the robots have a chicken leg stand. But as for the robot mode itself, it does have some brown on him to help break up a lot of this gray on him. And also his head sculpt here. What do you think about?
What do I think about the head sculpt? That is an excellent. To me, it kind of looks like a clown. He kind of looks like a clown. All you got to do is put a nose on him. Put a red nose on him right there. That's. I mean, is that his mouth? Is that his mouth? Yes, that's his mouth. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, that's his.
That brown part on the middle here.
Yeah. Okay.
That's his mouth.
That's his mouth. It's just. I don't. Yep.
I think it looks like some kind of creepy robot head.
Some type of malicious. I don't know. It's very. To me, it just kind of looks like a clown face. All you need is a red nose put right there, and you have a clown. That's just my opinion.
But as for the face itself, it does have some. Well, it does have a little bit of that, like, tattoo Cybertronian black paint on his head here. And it does have some red eyes with some black and some blue here. And I think it has a little bit of, yeah, it does have like a little bit of yellow paint on his like forehead here, along with some brown on the top of his head, and of course brown for his mouth. And here's his arms here, And it does have some like painted in gray here for his elbows here. And he does have like some creepy hands.
Yeah, claw-like hands. They're not even a full hand. They're what? 4 fingers? 3 fingers? 3 fingers? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little nub. So I guess that could be counted as 5. I don't know. That's a itty bitty nub. Anyway.
And he does have some Cybertronian tattoos on his legs here. And here's the back here. And he does like clean up really well. Does he like clean up nicer?
Well, he has no gigantic back kibble. He does have a little bit of back kibble, but it all collapses in and makes it flat instead of something hanging off of his back.
But thankfully he does have some heel support here.
And that's where the tires come in because they help balance it.
The landing gears.
Yes. The landing gears. I'm gonna nickname him Clown Starscream. I'm gonna see if I can find a little red dot to put on him. I want to see it. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna see if I can find a little red fuzzy something to put on his nose, and he's gonna look like a clown. Watch, I'll tell you. Watch, I'm gonna find something.
So, all around, I personally think he looks like a great looking
Clown. No, go ahead. No.
A great looking movie Starscream, even though I don't care about the Michael Bay movies. But the only thing I don't like, which you heard from my dad, is the chicken legs. But for articulation, his head can only swivel all the way. Yes, all the way around. He does have ball jointed shoulders and they can move in and out, and you can also use that transformation joint there. He does have an elbow joint here and a ball joint here. And his legs are on, yes, they're on ball joints. And his knees can bend here and bend here and can also swivel here. And that's it. And if I had his 2 MacTech guns, you would attach them onto these holes here. And if you don't want him using them, then on the back, he does have these holes that you can store them on his back. And also, for the MacTech weapons, you can combine them together to make one, like...
Large weapon?
Yes, a double-bladed sword. And also, this is the only, like, deluxe class Transformer where his MacTech weapons actually stay together instead of instead of you like reversing it back into the original weapon, like if you remembered the Dark of the Moon Roadbuster, where he had a mech tech gun, but if you push that little lever, it becomes like a saw blade, which does look cool, but unfortunately, you can't leave it in saw blade mode, because if you let go of it, it goes right back to the gun mode.
Okay, so what you're saying is that his mech tech can stay together.
Yes.
And it can pull apart and still stay. It's used for both stages of him in robot mode and jet mode.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's the only deluxe class figure that has that.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that is about it for this character in this review. So, hey, we want to say thank y'all. We appreciate y'all.
But we need to get our final thoughts out.
You go for our final thoughts, buddy. Go for it.
So, my final thoughts of this figure. The jet mode does look really cool, like with all the other movie bots. But the robot modes for this character, because we're only talking about this character for the review, his robot mode to me looks really cool, even though, like you already heard, I'm not a fan of the Michael Bay movies. But the only thing I don't like about human robot mode is the chicken legs. That's the only thing I don't like about human robot mode. But that's my final thoughts. And your final thoughts?
His at 22 Raptor, perfect. His robot mode has a lot to be desired. Some of the articulation and transformation bits and sculpting and detail, and I'm still going to find something red to put on his nose, so put him to the side because I want them to see, I'm not lying, and in the background it looks like he's wearing a clown mask. All you need is a red nose, and I will find something red to put on him. He's okay. I like his character better, his attitude and stuff like that, because they follow pretty much the storyline where Starscream is always trying to undermine Megatron. So they still kept that in some type of way, shape, or form. Although, you know me, I'm from the 1980s, so I remember how he was in 1980s, and he was always after going over Megatron's head and deceiving him in some way, shape, or form, so he can always come back to do his best to take command over the Decepticons so he could be the leader. So they kept that in all the bays, so that's good until he met his demise, and then you saw no more of him.
In Age of Extinction and the Last Night. Although, in the Last Night, you do see like a little bit of him, but you only see his head in Megatron's hand when they were in that, like,
yes,
that place where they had all those old car.
Yeah, so, y'all just have to watch it to see what he's talking about. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up. That's our thoughts and reviews on this Transformer.
Which is the Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Starscream.
And I am going to say, y'all have a good one. We'll talk to y'all later. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. And my son appreciates it. And I'm going to back out. Colton, take us out of here.
And if you like this video, give us a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel.
And there is a lot more coming, so y'all be patient that we got some other things still in the works. I got some other issues going on that we're doing our best to upgrade and make it better. And we will get there.
Right. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.